All right.
And we are back. And whose pick was this? I bet this was Thailand's.
I'm pretty sure this was Thailand's.
Okay. Because I'm pretty sure the US would like go for the Olympics last out of everything.
Right, and thank you everyone for sticking by while we're working some technical difficulties. But it looks like we're right back on rails.
And let's give an overview of the US team since that's the team both of us are most familiar with. Kama the Crimson is the team captain. He's also the lowest ranked USA member on paper, which means him being captain may be a very counterintuitive pick. But
You're just destroying this man. Why?
here's the other side of Kama the Crimson.
Oh man.
Kama is just incredibly good at long note release accuracy and anything early to mid game. Kama will destroy.
Quite literally insane, but what might scare you a little bit is who we thought Kama, being such a good accuracy player last year. Well, there's someone else who can top off him. Like,
That person's name is Sep. Coming from Throwbeats of all games, Sep has shown consistently the best accuracy.
oh man, and apparently, I was prefaced with this earlier. I think everyone's going to be scared at how good Skep's early game at LN is, considering he couldn't play LN during the qualifiers. And oh man, we see a 99.96 already.
What?
Gaining.
99.96 on this map? What the world? I'm sorry?
And Thailand, just looking at this, is just trying their best to keep consistent.
Like,
Man, Farm My Life.
Thailand was better at LNs than the US, but okay, there's a miss from Sep. That's unfortunate.
That is what they need, and Kama also missing. Oh my god. Quite the nerves.
And that was quite the curse from both of us.
That was like elongated curse.
But we see a miss from Farm My Life. And let's take stock of the accuracy.
Oh man, that gap's closing in more and more as Farm My Life gets closer to 400 combo, but even then, will it switch over?
And we've got to give credit to Palmue and Shokohab for being two very consistent long players.
Although dropping a great here from Shoko, we see the lead go left, Farm My Life missing, making it even go more towards the United States.
And it looks like the United States versus Thailand is going to be a 3-2 battle as Farm My Life begins to drop behind Palmue and Shokohab.
And even with those two misses from Skep and Kama, they're able to hold it through. Fail is still confirming the SC
With
for
an absolutely insane ratio with
48.
only 300s.
That's yeah, no, that's just scary. Period. There's nothing more to that. It's just scary. But Shoka, oh my god, 116 as well, and battling Kama even.
Yeah, and wow.
Yeah, no, 48 is actually speechless. Like, you think it's hard, and then you realize, damn, that's hard. Like,
like these are good scores from all around. And that was quite the performance from both teams.
oh man. Now we see SV1 being picked.
Let me tell you, this is way easier than SV2 in my eyes and probably most other contestants' eyes.
I think that's why they had the ban on SV2, just like to not deal with it and just go for the easier SV1, I guess. But even then.
Yeah, and the main heroine is... It's pretty straightforward, but you've got a couple of offbeats that will really trip you up if you're not careful. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward.
Did we see Phalos being switched out for Dr. Big? We see Orca in here. The most far in my life for I just love banana. Honestly, that's a line to live by.
Bananas are good. We're gonna see stage 2. I'm sorry, SV1. Pick number 2.
God, you're that's yeah, I don't know how you went from that logic. That's kind of impressive.
It's gonna be Australia versus Russia. I mean USA versus Thailand.
Dominican Republic versus Peru. I mean,
okay. And flags don't even look the same at that point.
Is there such a thing as being dyslexic but looking at flags? Is that a thing?
I'm not sure.
Getting onto the actual match, we see Client slowly not crying, thank God.
And I will expect both teams to practice this thoroughly, and that's exactly what we're going to see as everybody hits really good accuracy right from the get-go.
Orca and Banana being both very iffy on this map, dropping a couple 200s actually really early.
I'd say that Banana is way more iffy than Dr. Big, although it could swing either way real quick.
You know, with this low, very low short, no count, honestly anything could happen. The points just go up really quickly, and 400 combo is what you need in order to confirm a win.
Yeah, but the USA is like shredding this to pieces with no cracks in anybody's armor. Meanwhile, Shogha is maintaining really good accuracy, but Pamue and I Just Love Banana are maybe just a little bit behind where they would need to be in order to match the US.
And honestly, there's not much left of the map. We see Orca dropping a great, or Dr. Big. Shikoa also dropping a great.
In this final quarter, we're going to see some real slowdowns. These slowdowns are really funny. You should play them.
No thank you. But we see all these players holding consistent, not really much of a miss, or not really much of an area where you can miss, but more of an accuracy deficit more than anything. And we see United States take this by 15k points.
And Kama's ratio is incredible. With that ratio is like 11-1.
Oh man, Kama loves saying, dude, this isn't even SV. It's just like, come on, man. You can just read it like a normal rice map, and then he just does it.
And it should be noted that both Shokha and Pamue's accuracy are above Dr. Big and Retina, but unfortunately, they did not look deep enough.
Banana's just not able to keep consistent enough and actually ratio that hardly enough, so United States just looking more of a confident team, more solid and more consistent.
We're gonna go into Thailand's second pick. I would assume it would be the other long note map.
I mean, after seeing Skep absolutely destroyed on the ratio, that is something to be scared about. Rice, on the other hand, you might not see something too helpful there as well. Hybrid could be the best of both worlds, but even then, this is a tough match that's going to come down to accuracy.
I think Thailand's only reasonable pick at this point is Yubikiri, and that's saying something, but they're going to go with Shannon's theorem, which tells me that they may have something in store.
we have seen Shannon's theorem throw off a couple players before. We've seen Dominican Republic take their point against Australia fairly well, but will we see the same for Thailand?
And perhaps they're avoiding Yubiki thanks to the realization that Skep's accuracy is beyond holy. You might say it is unholy.
It's really scary. That's the fine line between that. But still waiting on the third, and we see Skep heading back in there. Banana staying in.
And like, I gotta be honest, this is something that Palm Away and Shokahad are still probably gonna do really well on, and maybe I Just Love Banana is gonna have better luck than they did on the SBs.
Being able to actually see the notes at a normal speed definitely helps wonders.
Unless your name is Comet the Crimson, and then it doesn't affect you at all.
Or you just get like miraculously better and then just like 20-1.
Or you're a Tycho player and you're used to all the SVs.
Oh man. Where's B? We need him. And we actually see it switch for My Life instead. Banana is going back to eat bananas, just not playing this time.
You're going to see the beginning of this map real soon. And despite the 2-0 lead from the United States, we haven't seen any rice picks. So this is not going to be predictable.
Still waiting for the players, and we see them ready up. Now we headed right into the match.
And out of all of the rice picks, I would wager that Shannon's theorem is the one map that most players are going to struggle on the most. And that's because it may just be streamed, but it's loaded with bursts and flames that really trip you up if you're not careful.
Please no, just tell me that was Client. Come on, Client, bless us. Oh, thank God. Client has blessed us, and Shoko did not miss.
If you're not rooting for a particular team, you better root for the tiebreaker.
Quite indeed, a tiebreaker could happen at any moment, especially on a pick like this, because this map, it's tricky rhythms, it's just quick switches between 1/6 and 1/4 is just really awkward.
I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately, since Sep's accuracy is way too good for Palm Away and For My Life.
We see Retina and Kama keeping the same accuracy, both being the pretty good second and third player. But For My Life is just struggling a little to keep on these patterns.
But the question is, can anyone in Thailand go up to Skep's cloud? And it looks like the answer for now is no.
Hitting the troll successfully, we get our break. Wow, just that accuracy. That's amazing. And nice. We see Skep falling short and actually missing, bringing the lead a little bit closer.
Oh, that's a miss from Skep. Oh, that is not good, especially this late. This is going to be maybe a win for Thailand. And that is quite the upset, because Thailand literally just took this point straight from the United States' nose.
And with the final note hit, we see Thailand actually gaining their point.
And what a difference one drop makes.
Oh, come on. A literal a double 86.
Wait, there's a
A
tie,
73.
and Shogahan nearly getting the same perfect count as Kama and
Oh my
Retina.
god. That's pretty laughable, I'm not gonna lie.
So you've got Kama, Retina, and Shogahan. 286s and 185.
Oh man, and Skep loving the map so much, he decided to go play it again.
Maybe he just wanted to find that note he missed.
Oh, and United States wins another point. Now we wait. I think it's United States pick now, so we get to see what they get to choose as their third pick.
In my eyes, I think that any of these picks could be good for the United States, especially given Skep's accuracy.
Stamina, I think they're going for stay by my side.
I don't know if that's referring to stay by my side or.
I mean, it is the longer pick, so.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. It's longer by a minute and a half.
Yeah, even L's being. What map is that? I don't know what you're talking about. And there we see it. Stay by my side being pulled out. You can see quite the intense accuracy battle. Stage 2 was insane for United States. For Thailand, however, to go up against a team who absolutely destroyed Stage 2, this is going to be a little rough for them.
Yep. If I remember correctly, the United States got the #1 seed on Stage 2.
Actually, they got number 2. They got the second stage score, falling just short of, I think that's 500 points from France.
That is indeed a 509-point deficit to France, but luckily for the United States, they are not up against France at the moment.
Not yet, indeed. Kama means bed in Filipino.
Thank you.
Thanks, Els? I mean, you know what? Sure, I'll take it. Kama, also known as bed in Filipino because he's sleeping on Thailand. What a disrespectful player. I don't know. I really don't know where I was taking that.
Cog. Let's get into this.
Skep getting a little ahead of himself. Seeing all the other players catch up.
Is that an early draw from Palmway?
I really
No,
don't
that's
say
just Client.
Oh,
But we
Client
see
has blessed us once again.
the red bed with a 99.94% accuracy, and that will be the highest accuracy in the lobby.
Skep and Retina both being fairly close, actually tying now. Holy.
But Palmway is right up there with Kama.
And Shoko is able to keep up with at least one of the players, Retina. And Skep's just increasing in accuracy.
And that's a huge draw from Palmway as the United States begins to get more of a lead.
And even now a drop. I thought it was just going to be a couple 200s, but no, it's a solid drop.
And that is not good for Thailand's performance, as the United States will lead with two 99.95% performances.
Just like Palmway showed us, this map is pretty much consistency based. It's just how well you can just not miss, stay focused, and hit all these jacks really. And they like jump stream.
And Comet the Crimson, despite the name, showing absolutely no signs of red, aka misses at this point.
Oh man, dude, he's playing at like score v1. Just like one great score, like, come on, man.
Everybody in the United States is decimating Stay By My Side.
Dude, Skep's catching up. How? That's not fair. Can, like, come on. Well, we see For My Life actually being able to pass Palmue, but Palmue is still struggling just a little bit to keep up the ratio even through the miss.
But Skep is gonna climb up into the same percentage as Comet the Crimson.
And then fall back down. He just like stubbed his toe and just fell a little. Oh, and he's back.
And that's actually gonna be a drop from Comet, but anyways, we've got 3 very solid accuracies from the United States.
That accuracy has just net them basically a 30k, 20k score lead. That's really lethal, especially at a point like this.
Yeah. And like the USA is basically 4 digits Japan at this point because they are not letting up on this map.
Oh man, dude, like hitting the final LN, we see everyone being able to hold full combo except Palmue, but
And that was nearly a 999 from Skep.
okay, Kama and Skep holding basically the same ratio. Like, come on.
That is just so
Really? Did you really have to do
satisfying
that?
to watch. It's not exactly a triple 999K, but it will be a decisive point for the United States.
Palmue,
Palmue
just nice.
also not doing that bad, but had some unfortunate drops. Shokoha and For My Life having relatively clean scores, but not up to the ratio of the United States.
And now Thailand's choice. We get to see what happens, and they get to choose for their next pick. Oh god, this is gonna be a tough map to fight against on. Was that really chosen? I don't see it in chat actually.
But in any case, I don't think either of us are surprised that this is Thailand's pick. If there's anything that Thailand hopes to fall back to, it's going to be long notes.
And honestly, they're gonna have to fall back to long notes because if just a couple misses happen here and there from the United States, it's gonna give Thailand one more point closer to just getting back to that tiebreaker. We might see another reverse sweep from Australia for Dominican Republic, but who knows? But we get to see GS Rose being able to switch out for Retina this time. Don't think we've seen Orca at all. We haven't seen Orca since the warm-up.
Since the SV.
Phalos. Right. Or, oh yeah, since the SVs. So Phalos is the only one we haven't seen since warm-ups.
In any case, this is the first of a couple of possible match points between the United States and Thailand. If Thailand wins this, they will be still in the game, but they will still be down by 1 breakpoint. And for them to have a chance at beating the United States, they'll have to win this pick as well as the United States' next pick.
Alright, also mentioning that Rose is actually a hidden player, so these LNs are going to be a little bit difficult to accuracy, but I think Rose can pull it in the bag. And again, we've seen Skep with the accuracy. We've seen him just absolutely destroy LN, but again and again, we've seen him break once in the middle of the map and just faltering quite a bit.
And it looks like Far My Life and Rose are tying it up, but what is going on? That's a pretty big drop from Skep. I think they missed.
They actually did, not client nor anything. That was a legitimate miss this early in the map.
And Kama is not going to be able to match Palmway Zach that well. I mean, it is like only a little bit off, actually. So I stand corrected. But anyways, it looks like the United States is only tailing Thailand's accuracy by just a little bit, but it's that one drop from Skep that's going to give Thailand a slight lead.
And that slight lead is closing just a little bit more and more as Rose just increases her accuracy just even more. Skep being fully recovered from that miss as well, just benefiting the United States, but Thailand is going to need every single point they can get. Far My Life is just going to have to increase their accuracy as much as possible.
Yeah, and right now the difference, the United States having the lead is a product of Rose being ahead in accuracy from Far My Life.
Oh man, dropping a couple goods as soon as you say that. That is quite the curse.
That's unfortunate.
But we do see Kama being able to beat out Palm Yue's accuracy in response to what we saw earlier, where
And Skep is actually holding the highest accuracy in the lobby despite being the only person to miss.
yeah, no, that I choose to not see. He's too scary.
Like, we have some very, very solid talent in here.
Like, Stroke was able to pretty much hold themselves on 99.82. That is a really good like accuracy, as well as Palm Yue able to hold in just a little bit higher accuracy. But again, it is not enough for the United States. Skep and Kama, their accuracies have just been showed to just be absolutely phenomenal.
And although I think if you took Rose and Far My Life out of the equation, the match would be a lot closer. I think it is the difference between Rose and Far My Life that is going to give United States the win. 31! That is,
oh, come on.
That is insane!
Dude.
31 300s?
I'm kind of glad Skep is missing, because that just, like, it's his curse. He can, like, get really good, like, 300 count, but just, like, never FC anything. I think that, that works well as a nerf.
31 on this map is absolutely bonkers.
But regardless of that, Palm Yue and Shoko getting relatively the same 300 count, being able to beat out Rose just fine, but not enough for Kama. But with that, you see the United States take their first victory, and honestly their toughest match already, this early in the group stage.
This is a huge confidence booster for the United States. Their first match up against the high seed in their group, and they won it 4-1.
Looks like we do have a bit of a wait. Alright, and the win by default from Malaysia, because Vietnam was not able to make their match, if I'm correct. But we do get to see Taiwan versus Australia in about 4 hours, 9 UTC, so that'll be quite the time. Actually, I'm not sure if we'll be streaming Belgium versus New Zealand or Taiwan versus Australia. We'll have to find out.
But in any case, that's been 4DMWC3. I've been commentating for the past few hours. I'm true.
Dude, get some rest. Not Mantunder.
Thanks for watching.
Take care, guys.